Good afternoon. We're so glad that you can be with us. I mean, you may not be with us yet, but we're anticipating a lot of people are going to join us. I'm Pastor Jen.
Hi, I'm Pastor Ashley, the kids pastor.
And we are going to be talking about Phase 3, what is going to be coming up for Bridge Kids and Bridge Youth. And there are just a lot of wonderful things that are happening at the church. I've been having a lot of fun actually working with Pastor Ashley.
Yeah, you have.
Yes, thank you. So Ashley, it's kind of fun. We knew each other when we were kids.
We did. We played volleyball together.
Yes, we did. So now that we get to work together, it's kind of almost come like full circle, I feel like. So it's been a lot of fun. And this time during coronavirus, with everything kind of put on pause, it's given us a great opportunity to really focus on what the future of Bridge Kids looks like, what the future of Bridge Youth looks like. So I'm so excited for you guys to all be on the same page with us that we've been planning for. And yeah, anything?
Yeah, we've got some great things planned, and we want to share with you guys about what that's going to look like. If you were here on this past Sunday, you heard us talk about having family service this coming weekend. And so we want to be able to talk about what that means. What does that look like? Because we keep saying we're so excited. And so we want to talk about what that actually looks like. And so I want to let you know that this coming Sunday, we're going to have so many things for our kids. We're going to have all kinds of busy bags. We're going to have some great interactive elements for them whenever they come to church. So we're going to have a bag full of items that they can use during service. That's going to be applicable to the service. They're going to be able to take notes. They're going to have things that they can do. But this is going to be a time where it's going to be a grace-filled service because we're going to have kids in here. So if you're like me, I have a 2-year-old, and my 2-year-old's the one that stresses me out, that I'm going to be afraid that she's going to disturb somebody else.
I have a 10 and 11-year-old, and sometimes I'm like, what are you doing?
Just sit still.
Just sing that song with us.
Yes,
Let's
please
sing.
just sing that song.
So we are saying that we're having family services and family church. What does that mean? Let's describe what is family church. How is it different from normal church?
Well, I feel like Bridge Kids has a lot more differences than youth. So you want to start with kids, and then we'll move on to youth?
Yes, so for kids, what that means is we want kids to be in service with us. So Bridge Kids is not yet open, but we want to have an experience with our kids because Pastor said this past weekend, Pastor OJ, he was talking about how we get to lead by example. And it's not every day that we get to have our kids in service with us and we get to model what it looks like to worship God together. And so what an incredible opportunity for us to be able to do that. So for our kids, it's going to be great to have them in service with us.
My daughter is calling me. Oh, sorry.
Speaking of
Becca.
kids.
Speaking of kids.
See, and sometimes kids just interrupt what you're doing.
It happens.
And that is totally okay. It's not something we're like, yes, interrupt us all the time. Because did you know, real quick, one time on a Saturday night service, pastor was preaching and a little girl came running up to him, and you just know those parents were like, ah! And our pastor's so gracious that he was like, oh, okay, it's okay. You want to sit here with me? Whatever. So I'm sorry. I wasn't really paying attention because my phone rang. So Ashley, keep going.
No, I finished my part. Now it's, what does that look like for youth for family service?
Well, youth family services. So I'm excited because our youth students, our high school specifically, are invited to be a part of everything that the adult services are doing. So everything from greeting to media team to worship team. It's going to be a really cool experience, and our effort and our goal is for our students to take ownership, for them to continue to grow in their faith, and that looks like helping others grow in theirs. And so we are going to have our youth involved in Sunday morning services. We'll have some youth note pages, but really they'll be good for everybody. Anybody who can spell and listen. You're welcome to take these notes. So we'll have notes available for our students. They can fill in the blank. And then just if you want to get involved, if you're a student, if you are a parent of a student, and maybe you need like NHS hours coming forward, or you need some sort of service hours, we have an opportunity here at the Bridge Church for you to get involved, because no matter what age, I think everybody has something to give. God's gifted us all with something, and your gifts look different from my gifts, but they are hugely appreciated and needed in the church today.
So we did get a question from Jessica. She wants to know, when is kids going to start meeting again?
Ooh, great question. So we're going to spend the entire month of June. We are going to have family service the entire month of June. And our goal is to be able to open up Bridge Kids July 5th. But the caveat to that is we are going to open up Bridge Kids July 5th just for the 9 a.m. service. And there's a couple of reasons why we want to do that. We want to do this in phases, just like we've been doing for the past couple months. So we want to do this in phases to just gradually work towards opening up all of Bridge Kids. So July 5th, 9 a.m. service, that's when we will open up Bridge Kids.
And for youth, actually, we are already having youth services on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. And so if you have a student or you are a student grades 6th through 12th, we have Wednesday night services at 6 o'clock. We meet in the youth room. We have taken all the precautions necessary that our government is encouraging us to do, that our governor is putting forth, our mayors, everything like that. So we are having services Wednesday night for youth. And then whenever Bridge Kids starts meeting in July, we are going to have the middle school group meet both first and second service. So we will have something for middle school students. And then we also, do you want to talk about the 4th and 5th?
Oh, yeah. Will this be a good time to, we can definitely talk about that.
So Ashley and I working together, like we've known each other for a long time, and this is something that kind of came out of that, and we're really excited. But since she is the kids pastor, then I'm gonna let you have it.
Yeah, so now we have something awesome that we're going to launch whenever we come back together. We now have a experience just for our 4th and 5th graders. Now, before, we had our 1st through 5th grade all in the same class. And just through some research and just finding out that there's some major differences that take place in a 1st grader's life versus a 5th grader's life, and we really think that it's important for them to have a unique experience. We're learning about things that are applicable just to their life, so we've actually restructured. We have kindergarten through 3rd grade in a class together, which is now called Uptown, which is really neat, and now we have our 4th and 5th graders in their class, which is called Launch 45.
And my daughter is going into 5th grade. She is so excited. She kind of gets to see like behind the scenes of what's going on. She'll come to work with me sometimes, and she saw the Launch 45 room, and she was just in awe. It is such a great space for our kids. And just to back up, I don't think you need a degree or like do heavy research to recognize the difference between a 1st grader and a 5th grader. Right. So as a parent, if you're like, I've known that the whole time,
we're caught up now.
Thank you for bearing with us, but we have some great things up ahead for our kindergarten through 3rd graders, 4th and 5th graders, middle school, high school, everything's so age appropriate. I'm looking forward to it.
So we've got a question. What happens if you have a baby or a toddler with you or a disruptive child in service during family church? What do parents do with that?
Absolutely. So that's going to happen, and we welcome that. This is going to be a month of grace. All of us know that. We're going to have kids in here. It's going to be a month of grace. We have a room right behind our main auditorium, and it's called the Nursing Moms Room. So if you have a baby, you are welcome to use that room at any time. There's a changing table in there. We've got one of our monitors in there so that you can watch service, and we've got snacks and drinks in there for you. If you've got toddlers or small children that just aren't having it and they can't sit here much longer, even with our awesome busy bags, we're going to open up the lobby. We're going to have a section just for kids. It's going to be sectioned off. We're going to have other snacks and toys. We're going to have the service playing out there. So if you are really uncomfortable being in service, we're going to have a place for you to go in the lobby so that you guys can get some fresh air, but still be a part of what we're doing here on Sunday.
And I do want to encourage everyone with kids to come. It is something that we have been thinking through, especially since we aren't offering full kids services on Sunday mornings. But I think one thing that we don't always realize is the importance of parents coming together.
Absolutely.
and sitting under teaching in person with other parents and your kids engaging in the same way. It was so encouraging when we saw this family over here.
It was.
And I was watching them, and their young ones were engaging in worship. And so it's not that, well, this is big. We used to call it big church.
Yeah.
I sometimes
still do.
Yeah. I've tried not to call it big church anymore. But yeah, we look at big church or adult services as being just for adults.
Right.
And I think with the way that Victoria is doing worship and everything is happening, and the way the services are being structured, we are actually meeting a broader audience. And so we're able to see our kids engage. And it is so, so beautiful for our kids to be watching their parents enter into worship and then following their parents' lead. And it's a
great
really
opportunity.
so wonderful, great opportunity for parents to be Jesus, to be what it looks like to be a Christian. So I love it. I think it's great.
I also wanted to talk a little bit about why we haven't opened up Bridge Kids, because I think that's the big question is why have we not even done that? Why can't we just open it? We talked about that a little bit this past Sunday, but one of the reasons is because we have brand new curriculum. We also have a new set of standards and policies and procedures and things that we're going to be doing. And we need to make sure that we get our leaders trained so that we can have the best possible, safest, most excellent ministry possible. And so we're waiting for our volunteer rally, which is coming up on June 24th. So
excited.
Yes,
Everybody wants to be a part of it. Mark your calendars right now.
June 24th.
June 24th.
We're going to have all of our leaders,
wait.
Bridge Kids, youth, everybody who serves in any capacity at the church is going to come be a part of Volunteer Rally. And that's where we're going to have an opportunity to get everybody up to speed in every area. But specifically with Bridge Kids, we've got so much to talk about. And so we want to make sure that we have an opportunity to do that. And so that's the reason why we haven't opened it up yet. We want to make sure that we get everyone the best possible training before we open up our kids ministry.
And really the training that Pastor Ashley is talking about, it's not that it's, oh my gosh, it's new and it's hard and it's difficult. It really, I think, sets our volunteers up for the highest level of success.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
that we've been doing the same thing with our youth ministry, seeing what needs to be done better, what maybe we don't need to be doing anymore, and making it a lot more friendly for our volunteers because we want to set everybody up for success. But that June 24th rally, it was supposed to be in April.
Right.
And then the pandemic hit, which no one saw coming. Maybe you did. I don't know. I didn't see coming. So we had that scheduled for April. And so now we've had months to kind of think about it. And so it's going to be such a fun event. I think Katie wants to wear a T-Rex costume or pajamas. There's no telling what the youth ministry is going to do.
Animal onesies.
So if you want to work with student ministry, then just come up in an animal onesie and we'll be able to figure out who you are. Like, we'll give you a shirt and be like, you're in the right place. Thanks for
You're on the
showing
ark.
up. Yeah, on the ark.
You're permitted.
Yeah, only 2x2.
Yeah, so if we've already got 2 zebras and a third shows up, it's Hunger
You know
Games.
what's not a popular costume? Like an aardvark.
Okay.
So there you
We
go.
digress.
So
Next question.
yeah.
PSA, if you
Or a
want to get on the
baboon.
ark, aardvark is your
There you go. All right, move
Is your
on.
ticket.
We got it.
is your ticket to getting on the ark. Can you just, for those that have just joined us, can you reiterate how long Family Church is going to be happening for?
Yes, Family Church is going to be the entire month of June. So the whole month of June is when we're going to be doing Family Church for both services. So we want to make sure that if you have kids, bring them, and we'll have church the entire month of June. And if you missed it, we are going to launch Bridge Kids on July 5th, but it's only for the 9 a.m. service. So we're going to be doing that in phases. And 11 o'clock will be launched much later. We'll let you know ahead of time, but just the 9 a.m. service starting July 5th.
And we have all of these dates are going to be on our website. So if you want more information, or if you're like, wow, they're throwing so many dates at me, because I actually am looking at more dates on my notes, but I'm probably just going to post them because it's a lot to process right now. So all of this will be on our website, bridgetulsa.com. So we'll be updating that so that you guys can stay connected, stay in the loop, know what's going on. Family Church for Bridge Kids is happening through June. Same thing happening with youth. We're going to continue to engage in Family Church. So our youth are going to be part of our Sunday morning service, but we do have special youth services Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, and it's a lot of fun. We do games. We're going to do worship. We've got teaching. We've always got some food, so it's the place to be on a Wednesday night.
What is the importance of bringing your kids? So if there's not Bridge Kids happening, we're doing family services. What would you tell a parent? Why is it important for them to still bring their kids before we completely open up Bridge Kids?
Definitely. I think, community. I mean, community is one of the reasons why we hear people, what is one of the one thing that you're missing not being at church? When we couldn't come to church, it was community. And so this is a great opportunity to get back into community where you can see familiar faces, where you can start to see those relationships and those people that you haven't seen in a long time. And that's one aspect. And the other aspect, and we've already talked about this a little bit, but it's just having your kids with you, and so that you can model what it looks like to worship what it looks like to listen, what it looks like to engage in worship, what that actually looks like. And so it's just a great opportunity also for your family to do something together, and a great opportunity for us to connect with one another.
And I will say that the services post-coronavirus are a little bit different now.
Yeah,
and
they are a
so we're only, service is lasting an hour, like pretty much an hour. And so that includes worship, that includes the message, that includes even salvation call, communion, all of these elements. And I personally think it's so good for kids to see going to church as something that it's just part of our lifestyle.
Yes,
it's what
we
we do. Yeah, and it's not because we're checking a box or fulfilling an obligation. It's because it is so important. And as a youth pastor, I think it's so important for our students and our children to see other adults investing in them.
Absolutely.
To recognize that this is the body of Christ, that God never intended for us to do this life alone or separately or outside. There's no lone wolves in this. We're a pack. And so God empowered the church, and we're each individuals. We have different gifts, different callings. And so it is such, I am so encouraged, and I know that I've seen it on you too, but whenever my kids come and they know all these other adults and people are asking about their day, they're learning, like, not even outside of the Christian faith, they're learning how to communicate with adults. It's really such an incredible thing for our kids to be involved in a church service.
Absolutely.
Great answers, guys. Y'all have any, I think we've covered all of our questions. Y'all have any last things you want to say before we log off?
I think I would just like to reiterate again that this is going to be a time of grace. And so we want to let you guys know that I know that for me, it can be difficult to not worry about your kids in service. Don't worry about it. We are okay with it. We're excited to see your kids. We're excited to see your families. We want to see you guys. So please come. And if it seems like you're uncomfortable in service, like we talked about earlier, you can go into the lobby, and we've got a whole sectioned off area for you all as well. But we just want to see you, and we miss you. I know I miss my leaders. I miss my families. I miss my kids. So I would love to see you guys, just so we can just hug your neck if you allow it. If not, it's okay. We know there's social distancing, but we want to see you guys. We miss you guys so much. So looking forward to seeing you guys on Sunday for sure.
And I think it's great. Maybe a lot of people haven't had an opportunity to meet Pastor Ashley. I've been here for over 10 years. So it's great to see familiar faces. It's great to see new faces. But also come and meet Pastor Ashley. Her passion, her heart is for kids. And so whether you have kids of your own, whether you have foster kids, adopted kids, grandkids, this is a great space for them to be, and they are going to learn biblical truths. It's not just entertainment.
No.
I mean, it's fun, the kids enjoy, but they're learning through it. It's not just we're going to put a video on for you and you know, maybe you'll figure it out one day. It is, we're equipping our leaders to invest in the spiritual development of these kids starting at like infancy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So through.
I do want to say one more thing too before we click off. I have to put a plug for our Bridge Kids Online, because I know we've talked about it a lot, and if you haven't checked it out yet, you can go to bridgetulsa.com and click on the ministry tab and click on Bridge Kids, and you can actually see every single thing that they are going to be learning in the classroom. So every class is on there, and you can see the content that they're going to be learning about, how rich it is in truth and in the Word, and I've picked this curriculum for a reason. I think it's going to set our kids up great for learning about the truth about who they are and who God says that they are, and preparing them for discipleship. So if you're curious about that, I encourage you to check it out and allow your kids to be a part of it and let them see it as well.
And that's all we've got. So thank you guys so much for joining with us. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact the church. You can call us at 918-394-4330. You can send us an email. You can check out our website, bridgetulsa.com, and just stay connected. So if you have any questions, let us know. You could probably even comment, and our online moderator will be able to answer those questions for you. So enjoy the rest of your day. Go outside. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
I'm going golfing tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't do that very well. You're the golfer.
I am the golfer.
Yeah.
Yes.
But, so don't come with you. We're not allowed to golf together.
I love the golf.
All right. Well, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you later.
See you guys. Bye.